Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a mock sort of based on that one scene from Fury. If you've seen the movie, you'll understand what I'm building here. But basically, there's going to be a couple trenches, and then there's going to be this pack 40 that's going to be back here. It is cut off because I couldn't actually fit the full thing in there. It's way too big when you add in the back legs. I do have them separate over there, though. But basically, I already built this frame. I'm going to start with the trenches because I do want to add in some of these different grass pieces to kind of make it more interesting. Because otherwise, I feel like it would just be sort of plain, and I don't really like having my mocks being too plain. So I'm just going to start layering on some parts here. I do already have some of the studs in here. Quit. Okay. Got it. Anything for you, Big J. Let's make this stream interesting. What are we doing this time? I would say I'm scared, but I know you, so it's going to be something pretty bad. I'm going to log in on my other device real quick, so I will have to probably end it a little bit early at like maybe 3:50 or something, but that's the least of my worries right now. I'm just going to try to log on my other device, make sure that everything's going through correctly. What grade did you get on your TDA? I low-key didn't look at it, so I feel like I probably should do that. I don't know what I get. Yeah. I think I probably got a B or something. If I'm just thinking about it, like, how do I think I did? Probably a B. But, of course, I'm not entirely sure. That Ratman got 40 out of 48. Didn't you say he didn't write anything? So that's kind of surprising. Don't look up. Okay. And we are in on my other device. So we should... You don't want to know who is above you. No, nobody's above me. Some kids these days. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure this is fully sort of operational so that I can get this sort of working, because I need this trench done first so that I can figure out what the rest of the terrain is gonna look like. Okay, so we got that goes in there, and then you can throw in a couple of these Germans. Hey Brick Mock Duo, welcome to the stream. We are building a Lego mock that's based off of a scene from Fury. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is kind of an interesting one. I'm not sure how this one's going to turn out. I will have to probably end this a little bit earlier or sooner than some of my other ones. But I'm trying to pack as much detail as I can into this one. And we got one over here. Very, very nice movie. Sell your channel. This is going to be a fun stream, isn't it? Guess you'll make sure of that. We're going to throw a couple more of these in there. And then just finally make sure that this can actually work. So that should be able to fit in there. And that's the other side of the trench. So we've got all that done. I think that's pretty decent. Now, I did try to do some texturing on this one. You could get $5. You invest so much of your dirty money and you made nothing in return. These aren't new minifigs per se. I got these a little while ago. I did an unboxing if you want to check that out later. But yeah, I am a pretty big fan of these ones. TMC, probably some of the best customs that I've gotten. So I'd really recommend them if you haven't heard of them, but you probably have. You're not investing, you're throwing your money into a pit. Yes, Yes, I am. But it's kind of fun, so why not? Okay, so I'm gonna do something real quick. How's this gonna work? I need just one part, but I can't actually find it, which is kind of a problem. I'll figure something out in a second. I agree. Speak of throwing in a pit. I really don't know what we're speaking of, but I'm going to be throwing even more money in the pit, so I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, that's at least better than what I thought it was going to be. Did we got anything? Do you have Instagram? I do not have Instagram. I mean, I have like an experimental one that somebody in my family was running, but I got sort of... It's not really working anymore. We're not actually using it. So, I feel like you're probably, if you're looking for something like that, you're probably better off just on YouTube. I don't have anything else, really. It's called Naflo Bricks. You shouldn't make one. Yeah, I just have to focus more on it. It was kind of at a point where I was trying to experiment more, and I'm just trying to focus on one platform, although it is kind of a good idea, so I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm just saying I haven't really thought about it too much. And first like, we're already at 8 viewers. We're doing really good this stream with a couple of people that just joined in. And I'm going to be adding little areas of grass that are in here throughout, just to kind of add some detail and stuff like that. I have a couple of different colors in here. Start making controversial mocks. No, like, you guys have been telling me to do that, and I'm not gonna make any of those ideas that you have. It's being generous calling them ideas. Basically just ways to get me canceled. Do I have anything in here? Make a JWB mix urine. Gosh. You really do have all the ideas, don't you? You know, I'm just trying to find a part right now, so it might take me a little while. Just give it a second. Yeah, that's not very good. I don't have that part. Should have planned for that, but whatever. You legit talking about disrespect? Don't disrespect my incredible ideas. Oh, I did not see that one. That is kind of funny coming from you, Big J. And I will continue. Okay, we're doing decent on time. Again, about a fifth of the way through, and it normally starts taking shape after a little while. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish this in the mock. Probably not, realistically. But I guess I gotta try at least. Okay, so that is a loose fit, but it still does work. So I'm gonna keep it in there. Again, it could just slide out, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So what I think I'm going to actually do to keep that in and make sure that it doesn't slide out is I have a couple of parts in here that I can sort of throw one of these over that so that it doesn't fall out. I feel like that would just sort of make it a little bit better. Sort of. Hello, Samini. JWB13, respect this man after you can speak about your ideas. Okay. Doing pretty well on time. This is a pretty packed chat. Normally I don't have this many chatters at this point. I will never respect the sad sack of a man we call Naflo. Just gets worse and worse. So I'm gonna find another part, and that should make it basically finished. So there we go. That's one of the trenches. I'm gonna make sure that I can finish that off, make it smooth. 3 likes. I see 2 likes right now, but maybe it'll update in a second. So that is very good. I'm normally not at that many likes when I start off these, so thank you guys for that. I did say this before the stream, sort of, but I might have to end the stream a little bit early. I'm going to a dinner or something, so it's kind of unfortunate, but yeah. 4 likes equals 5 likes. 4 licks. Some kids these days. Again, I'm just going to try to find some parts. I don't want to use up all of my slopes because it's not a wise idea when I'm doing these. Not exactly. I'm just going to forget about that for now. You eat dinner early due to your elderly digestive system. These are very unique. I was not expecting all these unique ones today. You normally just spam about something that I did before, but these are good. Keep them up. Yeah, this isn't too accurate to the scene, but of course I'm not going for 100% accuracy here. That's always impossible when you're doing one of these, because 100% accuracy when you're going off of a real scene is very hard to do. So I can't exactly get it 100%, which of course I wish I could, but I can't. I love your Christmas song. Yeah, JWB is quite the musician, isn't he? Pretty incredible. So my thinking is, I'm going to have these guys kind of here, and then maybe I could have some of these 2 Americans coming out of a bush, or one of them's trying to throw a grenade while he's wounded. I don't know. I'm not sure how the Americans will play into this yet, but I'll figure that out, I guess. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to place down a couple of parts to start this off, sort of, because I don't have too many brown slope parts, but I'm trying to get some of that layering sort of in here. JWB, I like SpongeBob. I love it. And Patrick, I'm really gonna get surprised soon. I'm making a St. Patrick's Day song. Wow, big spoiler, huh? I'm gonna focus on building for now. So I might not read through your comments, but all the ones from Big J aren't too great anyways. On the right side, that looks really good. Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Okay, that's not exactly what I was going for. I'm gonna have to find a part real quick, so just give me a second. Okay, that'll work. Wait, what just happened? Oh, there was a part under that. I just thought I broke my mock or something, but it's just a part. Okay, so I'm gonna throw some stuff over here. JWB live stream on yours. I love how your walls are hollow. Really convenient. Just gets worse every comment. Every time. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that down there. And basically what that does is it creates a decently natural looking slant without too much work or effort. So I really like doing this strategy when I can. It's pretty useful, especially when I'm trying to pack detail into something that I don't have a lot of parts for. Okay. I'll make a comeback, trust. Yeah, you gotta start streaming again. Those are really enjoyable streams. Really quality streams too, you know. You really don't want to miss a Big J stream. Shoot, do I got? Yeah, I got these parts. Okay. So again, I'm going to throw down a couple more parts, and I'm probably just going to finish this off. I'll make a comeback, trust. What? Okay, you guys are talking. Shoot, do I got? Yeah, I got that part in here, so. Just get that on over there. Yeah, that's pretty good. So again, it just is a pretty cool technique that I like using. Of course, it's not perfect. There are some fragile pieces that could fall out of there, but for the most part, it's pretty stable. So I'd say it's a decent solution to my problems. On Tuesday, gotta set my calendar, huh? Tuesday. I got those parts. Yeah, it seems like the stream sort of evened out, so that's pretty good. Well, not great, but it's good to see the stream evening out. It means it's a normal stream. And that it's not going to glitch out on me or something, like it always does. So, what my strategy is here is I'm just going to throw down a couple of parts So like one of them right there. And I'm just trying to create a unique texture here, sort of. That's kind of what I'm going for. So it can go like that, and I think that should be good. Maybe just throw in one more of these 1x1s. No, that's not what I meant to do. And throw that in there, I guess. Of course, it's not going to work perfectly, but it just about fits it. Yay, Town Hall, Friday 13th. Hold up. Yes. I'm not sure why we're talking about Friday 13th, but sure, why not? Okay, so I'm gonna throw down another part or two. Maybe throw that in there. I feel like that's a nice texture. I do like that. All right, I'm gonna finish toweling this off because that's basically the section that I wanted to do here. I might add some grass, but that's all right because I'm probably just gonna add plates here, so I'm not gonna be wasting too many parts. JWB, how do you type so fast? Good question. A lot of people join in later, which is kind of not ideal because I make a lot of my progress within the first part, so by the time they join in, I'm just kind of finishing it up. So it's kind of a shame, but there's not much you can do about it. That can fit in there. Five Nights at Gassie's. That is some background noise, I'm sorry. Not much you can do about it. Okay, I'm gonna throw down one of those. And it won't stop, will it? Okay. So I'm gonna put these parts over here, and I'm gonna try to add some grass in here. Fortnite gas battle. Okay, so I'm just, yeah, they're really howling out there, aren't they? The puppers. Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a couple of parts in here, try to place them there. Yeah, not a lot of new people, but we are keeping a pretty substantial chat flowing here, so it's always good. Man, I really won't shut up. Okay, so we're just gonna place down a couple more parts in here. I don't have too much dark tan, so I might run out of that at some point. I hope that I don't, but you know, you never know with these things. So I do like that. I'm gonna throw down some of the plant texture in there. Maybe some grass stems or something. I'm not sure how well those will fit in, but might as well give it a try. Yeah, those fit in fine. I feel like it could be better, but I'm not too worried about it right now. So that's pretty good in terms of the grass over there. I feel like it kind of creates a more alive mock, and I'd rather my mocks look alive. Where's the RTW fella or K Diggy? I think K Diggy quit. Like, I legitimately haven't seen anything on his channel for a while. And I wonder who caused that. It was like constant hate too. You just kept yelling at him. What did he do? Okay, so I'm just gonna, again, throw down a part or two. K Diggy throw up emoji. Nice. Just in case it wasn't clear where you stood with him. Alright, I'm back. I was just pooping. Okay. There you go. The more you know. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw down a couple more parts in here. And we should be done with that section, sort of. So I'm gonna work on the next trench over. This is actually turning out really well so far. I'm pretty happy with this. Of course, it's not totally accurate, but I don't actually have a specific scene in mind, so it's not too bad. So I might make another section over here that's sort of for the brown, because I feel like that would look pretty good, kind of spread them out. But my main idea is I'm going to have a dark green section back here with a couple of trees and this artillery piece. The moment I look at you watch videos, what something hits. Can't handle criticism. Don't make trash videos. Okay, so I'm going to throw down a couple more parts in here. And then we should be about decently through this. I'm not entirely sure, but we should be doing pretty decent. Okay, so this is going to be a smaller trench, but still going to be decently sized. And that should be good. So I'm going to fit probably 2 more infantry in there, and then I'm not sure where I might not put any Americans in this one, to be honest. I do have them out, but ads, I hate ads. I freaking hate them. I need YouTube Premium. If you hate ads, you'd hate Naflo IRL. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Am I like a walking advertisement? Is that what that's supposed to mean? I'm not exactly sure that I am, but whatever you say. Can't go against Big J's word. Okay, so I'm gonna actually work on this trench real quick. I might not look at the chat for a second, but of course I'll look back every once in a while. Just make sure that there's nothing that calls for my immediate attention, like some death threats or something. Because Big J loves those. Okay, so again, just gonna throw down a couple of parts, make sure this is decent. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna make sure that I throw down some parts and that this is ending up looking decent. So we get one side of it. I do like the brick built form of trench. Alright, I'm gonna head out. See you, Big J. Thanks for joining. Okay, so put those in there. I'm gonna probably place down another one of these. Again, I am kind of running short on these pieces, so I do kind of gotta watch what I put in here. I'm gonna put an MG in this one so that it's a little bit farther back, but it still looks like it's on the front. Yeah, there's not a lot of people joining, so I'm waiting for 5 likes too, but I'm not entirely sure if that's gonna happen. I'll shoot. Big J just left, so. Okay. Again, 0 viewers, or it says 0 viewers, but it says 2 now. I'm not sure why. Anyways, can throw this guy in here too, maybe. Again, I do say maybe. I'm not sure if I will be, honestly, because he's kind of not fitting in here. Maybe this guy's kind of pointing another pistol that way. I think that would look cool. So I'm going to do that real quick, make sure that I can angle this correctly. Hey, Samini, welcome to the, well, not welcome to the stream. Guess you're just making sure that I can still know that you're in the stream. I'm going to drink real quick, 1 second. All right. Refreshing. All right, so I'm going to grab a pistol out of here. Maybe something like a Luger. There we go. And he is going to be holding it with his left hand. I think that's the only way I'll be able to pull this off. Oh, don't want to drop that. That's the only arm like that I have. Okay, so that's not entirely working. I might need some more of this modeling clay, but basically what you want to do is you just want to throw this on here. And then you kind of just want to smoosh it on there. You don't need it to be like too crazy or too like, you don't want to do a crazy angle on this because it does kind of stress the pieces. But if you throw it like that, then that's pretty good. It does kind of look awkward, but there's no real better way I could position that minifig, so that's about as good as I'm going to get it. Unless I do just put one minifig in there, which I might actually do. That actually isn't a horrible idea. Do you play Roblox? I do. I really like a lot of the building games and stuff like that, although I might honestly quit because honestly, it's kind of a bad habit. I always just spend way too much time on there. Yeah, speaking of, I've actually been doing some stuff lately. Like, I've been taking the dogs on a walk every day and stuff like that. It's always a good habit to get into. Okay, so I'm going to throw down a couple more parts in here. Make sure that'll actually all work. And yet again, I'm going to throw down some more parts. How many times have I said that? I don't know. Probably a lot. Anything new in chat? Why JWB said all the hate? That's kind of seems suspicious of him not being nice. No, that's just how he is. He's a hateful kid, but he is my friend, so I don't really care. He's done it before, and I think it's really changed me. I won't say for the better or for worse, but I think it really kind of helped. I wasn't doing too great. And sometimes I feel like you need a little slap on the wrist that kind of tells you that you're out of line. I don't know. It's just how I thought of it. Think of it. Okay, so that's pretty decent. And again, I'm just gonna try to find a correct part in here. Well, I'm not sure if I will be able to. There we go. So I'm gonna throw that in there, and one more. Okay, I do like that, and then I can probably just angle a part in there and make sure that that'll work. Those the same? Yeah. Of course they are. Why would I ever find the piece that I actually need? Okay, so we are staying around the same point. I'm going to end this in about 13 minutes, but I should be able to finish this in time, so it's no biggie. But if I don't finish it in time, it's also not too big of a problem. I'll just finish it off stream. So really no problems here. I'm just trying to get my ideas out while I still have time. Okay, so just putting some more parts together. What did I do here? Okay, so I got the first layer. And then something like that. That actually is not too bad. So I'm just going to repeat that for the other side. It's going to be a fairly symmetrical trench. Although I don't think that's too big of a problem when I'm doing something on this scale. We are at 0 viewers, or 1, but of course it keeps flashing in between those, so I don't know what YouTube's problem is. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that there. And that should be good. Then I can throw down another one of these in there. And that finishes it. So I can throw that in there. That basically finishes it off. And if I throw that in there, that works pretty decently. So I think that actually works very well. I'm probably gonna just finish that off. Put that there. And we are kind of nearing another spot where I want to add a brown splotch. So I'll probably do that. I am liking how this is turning out so far, actually. This is pretty incredible. I do like all the details I was able to add in here. Might add in a rock that this MG is resting on. I feel like that would look pretty good. Um, so we got a rock here. And that's pretty good. I do like that. So I'm going to throw down a couple more of these parts. And that works. So I'm going to keep that there. That's basically finished. I got to work on this next part, which is going to be another brown splotch. So I'll start by adding in that. And then I'm going to sort of tile the rest of this off or add in some of these plates and bricks. Now I have a lot of these other parts that are dark gray. These are kind of not usable in this one because I'm not making any roads really. So I feel like they're kind of useful as just filler bricks. Usually I wouldn't use them in this, but it's kind of just what I gotta do here, at least. One of those. Sorry for disappearing. Nah, that's no problem. Not much happened while you were gone. Okay, so I'm gonna go down another part if I can find it. If not, then that's kind of a problem. And I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to improvise here. Okay, so of course this isn't gonna fit perfectly, but I'm gonna have to try to get this to fit. Okay, so if I throw that in there, or try, and then I throw another one on top of that, it should fit. What? Yeah, I made some pretty good progress since you left, I think. I am gonna finish this in 7 minutes. Yeah, I do play Roblox. I think I mentioned it and you might have left while I was saying something about it. But I do play Roblox. I feel like I always feel kind of bad after playing it. Like, it's like an addiction, sort of. But I don't know. I feel like I can stop when I want to, but then again, it's just kind of fun. And I don't know. I guess I don't really feel like stopping. Okay, so if I place that in there, that's pretty good. I feel like I could make it bigger, but I don't really have the parts for that right now. Do I have any of those pieces left? Hold up. I'm moving stuff away because I'm going to dump some of these parts out. Hey, Samini. Hello again. Okay, so I'm going to throw in a couple of parts. Yeah, that soldier wasn't going to work exactly, so I'm going to put this arm back on for just a second. You probably can't see it, but... And that should be back on. Did something just fall? Probably, but I don't really care enough. Okay, so I've got a big mess out in front of me. I'm going to try to clean it up real quick. Try to find the part that I'm looking for, but This is really the only way to do it. Now that could work, and then I could try to incorporate some of these like other parts in here. I think that's what I'm actually going to do, because I should include a stone part near there, just to kind of show some variation. Variation is good in mocks like these. You always want to vary what you're building. I'm sorry, did I? Yeah, nothing new in the chat for right now. Check back in a couple minutes, but... Oh, God. This is really gonna piss me off. Okay, so... place it there. It's not gonna do that again. Hopefully. We can only hope. I'm trying to place it on something that doesn't actually have support, so I think that's my problem here. If I place that there and then maybe throw down one of these, that's at least somewhat better. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I am liking that. That's actually not too bad. I do kind of like all the textures I was able to add in here. I do like the border too. This is going to be a really clean mock when I do finish it. Of course, I'm not sure if I will finish it on stream. But, yeah, this was a pretty good stream, I gotta say. I was expecting a little bit more after the beginning, but I'm not too disappointed, because I did finish a really good mock here, in my opinion. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to try to finish this up within a couple of minutes. But yeah, this is pretty good so far. Again, it says I have 0 viewers, but I have 1, in fact, which I think is myself. So of course you could just place one of these, which isn't too interesting, but you can place grass and stuff on top of it to make it a little bit more interesting. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. And I am really liking this so far, so I'm not disappointed by this mock. I'm going to throw in this soldier that's shooting a rifle. It's going to look like there's a battle going on, but you can't really see the other side of it. Yeah, I'm very happy with this so far. And I'm just going to add in some plates and try to finish this off real quick. That did not feel good. I just cracked something. Oh, 4 viewers. Don't know I picked up then, but looks like it's going back down to 1, so guess that's no biggie. You know, this is normally what it does before my streams crash, so I'm just gonna make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing right now. Yeah, no, it's not glitching for me, at least. So, that's all good. Ah, shoot. Okay, just breaking apart some more pieces. nothing new in the chat, just Samini Abraham's hi. This is multiple. There's a couple of them. I guess that's just a way for people to show that they're still in the stream, but I feel like the best way to do that is by just saying stuff and interacting. But I guess maybe if you scroll past by it again and you see it. Sure. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna make sure that I can throw in these parts and stuff like that. Yeah, this is really good. I'm very happy with this. I'm surprised by how well I did on this one. I wasn't expecting much from this, to be honest. 3 viewers, although it looks like it's going to go back down to 1. So, just keeps going up and down. Oh, you're back. What's up, Samini? Keep getting like surges of people coming in and out of the stream, so I'm not sure why exactly that is. Looks like YouTube likes to do that or something, but okay. I'm basically done here, if you couldn't tell, but I'm just trying to get some finishing details in here before I gotta go. So I am liking the details I'm able to pack in here. Okay, so throw that in there. Okay, so that should be about it. I'm going to try to finish this off with some foliage and stuff like that. Of course, I can throw that back there because that was the main idea of this. It's going to be a sort of gun placement. It could be covered by sandbag or something, although I don't think I'm actually going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to get that positioned and start placing in some trees, which I feel like add a lot of variation. So trees really do bring a mock to the next level, I think. So if I added in a couple of these, I feel like it'll be decent. It already is pretty good, but it could be better. So I'm going to add some soldiers crowded around this one, making sure that it's shooting all right. And one of them's going to be carrying a shell. If I can actually get him to carry it. It's all right. I'll just throw him down here, sort of wheeling this into place, I guess. But I'm going to maybe add in another soldier that's kind of just running towards the trench, trying to get into one of them. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but I am kind of liking it so far. And then I'm going to throw a radio man back there. And then I'm going to throw in some grass. What's up, RTW? You joined at like the end of the stream again. I'm not sure if this is just a bad time or something, but it is kind of a shame. I'm pretty happy with this one so far. I had really good chats in the beginning, but kind of drifted off. Big J left, so wasn't much. Okay, so I'm gonna throw down a couple more parts in here. And other than that, that should be pretty good. Just give me a second. Yeah, so I'm probably going to finish this soon. I'd like to finish it at least a little bit early, although I'm already basically going over. Yeah, so I'm going to place this last piece of grass in here, and that's basically it for this mock. I'm pretty happy with it. I like all the details I was able to add on in. I like how the grass looks and all that. So I'm going to have to clean this up, but you can probably see the vision that I had here when I was building this. So we got the front section with all the details and dirt and stuff like that. And then we got the pack back here. It's not like the Fury scene exactly, but I'm happy with what I built here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.